What is up, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, and this is where I give commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Thank you guys so much for joining. We have reached 277, and I want to thank you guys so much for that. Let's get started with tonight's broadcast of Friday Night Smackdown. Tonight, we opened up the show with Kayla Braxton wearing my favorite color, red. Not for the bloodline, one of my favorite colors. Not for the bloodline's sake, though, but she wanted to get a word in with what is left of the bloodline because Jay was not available. However, no words were given. We opened up the show with Braun Strowman and Ricochet taking on Imperium and, of course, winning that match. Also, I will never forget that moment where Ricochet and Logan Paul shared at Royal Rumble. That was awesome. Of course, Walter in the men's Rumble lasted the entire distance, and I think he's going to win a Rumble one day. Because of that performance, it makes me believe he's going to win a Rumble someday, maybe next year or the year after next, and go to main event WrestleMania. Whoever the champion will be, I don't think Roman's going to be champion forever, but who knows? I don't know. But in any event, we have that. We have Rey Mysterio having a race against his son Dominic. Rey Mysterio is the most patient father in the world. I'm telling you right now. I mean, he's just the most patient father. Apparently, that spanking he got at 3 wasn't enough. I mean, you got to get them while they're young. I'm just playing. But in any event, Dominic should have got more spankings as a kid. Then he would have been more respectful towards his father. But in any event, Rey Mysterio won the race, but the trash talking that was going on during that race in California was awesome. Obviously, they were there to promote WrestleMania, but that race was awesome. It was funny. I love when Rey Mysterio said, "Your racing is just as fake as that teardrop tattoo on your face." That was hilarious. Rey Mysterio was totally owning Dominic on the word mic while racing him, talking trash and backing it up. And then Dominic behaves like a child and throws a helmet at him. That stinks. We have, speaking of, Rhea Ripley went the distance and won the Royal Rumble. She'll challenge Charlotte Flair, who defeated Sonya tonight by submission to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ironically, every time Rhea Ripley and Charlotte has met at an event, it has been one-on-one. Charlotte has always won by submission, but this time the tables have turned because this time Rhea's the heel and Charlotte's the face, whereas all the other times Charlotte was the bad guy. But this match will still be interesting, and it made sense why Rhea chose Charlotte over Bianca Belair because I thought she was going to choose Bianca since she was on Raw, but she chose Charlotte from SmackDown. And it's obviously a redemption match, so I'm really looking forward to that match also at WrestleMania. And tonight, Sonya tapped out. We have Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy having a 5-second pose. I really don't know for sure, but some people say that Uncle Howdy is Bray Wyatt's real life brother, Bo Dallas. Believe. Who knows? I don't know, but we'll find out soon. Who's behind all those mascot puppets? We all know Big Bennis has 2 jobs. One working for Bray Wyatt's Funhouse, and other being for Mushroom Head. I don't know what's the deal with the other rabbit, with the rabbit and Sister Abigail and Mercy the Buzzard, but I know Big Bennis is a double working guy. But in any event, we have a tag team match with the Raiders and the Brutes. First off, Ridge is strong to be able to deliver an Alabama slam to Ivar, and Ivar also took a Hurricanrana from Pete Dunne. But Ivar's pretty athletic to do that spin kick on the outside, and the Raiders would eventually win that match. By the way, Valhalla, Sarah Logan, that's a very familiar look. I think I've seen that look before. Has any of you seen that look she has before? someone from another promotion does that. Just curious. But nonetheless, the Warriors, I guess we're going to call them the European Warriors because you can't call them that other name, Drew and Sheamus, I'm speaking of, because it's an R rated name for a site that is not family friendly at all. But nonetheless, we'll just call them, if I call them the Banger Warriors, would that sound inappropriate too? What the heck? Let's call them the Warriors for the heck of it. But nonetheless, after the match, the Warriors came and they got into a brawl with the Raiders. I think that's going to lead to next week or the Elimination Chamber. We have Shotzi, Vega, Shayna, and Natalia. By the way, Vega is really cool to be in that new Street Fighter game. She paid homage to that, coming in the Royal Rumble and using some of those Street Fighter moves on Xia Li in the Royal Rumble this past Saturday last week. So I think that's really cool. And having her being the Michael Cole of commentary on the game, that's going to be awesome as well. Nonetheless, it wasn't Zelina Vega's night, though. She got choked out halfway by Shayna and then tapped out to the sharpshooter. And Natalia wins. And obviously, Natalia is a fan favorite. She's going back. She's one of those wrestlers where 1 minute she's heel, next minute she's face. It's like Randy Orton. 1 minute you can't stand the guy, next minute you're chanting RKO. All right, you're chanting for him even when he's supposed to be a heel. But Natalia is one of those other people where I'm heel, no, I'm not. Heel, no, I'm not. Heel, no, I'm not. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. Let's talk about what everyone's really interested in. No one has seen or heard from Jay Uso since the Royal Rumble. Jay Uso was actually sending out a tweet that said, I'm out, run it back. Sami Zayn sent out a tweet where he had all of his pictures of the bloodline on his front porch for the dumpster man to come in to get it. So tonight, Roman Reigns goes out to the ring, demands acknowledgement, talks about Sami Zayn saying he was greedy and that he took from the bloodline and everything. And what we did not expect is that Sami Zayn actually showed out and the crowd went nuts. In my personal opinion, best part of the night. I mean, Braun and Ricochet, pretty cool. Rey Mysterio, watching Rey Mysterio own his son, pretty cool. He please beat Simp 19 at WrestleMania. Put the Rey Mysterio. Please put the 619 on Simp 19, please. Then you have that was interesting. I don't know what that was with Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. Bray Wyatt always keeps us guessing. But Sami Zayn tonight was the best part and the most awakening part of the night. The crowd was more alive with Sammy than they were with Charlotte Flair, if I may be honest, in my personal opinion. That's the way it seemed. But tonight, Sammy attacks and challenges him for the WWE Championship. Solo and Jimmy come in. Oh, y'all look alike, in the words of Chris Tucker. Solo and Jimmy come attack, and before Solo could go for that thing he does with the chair attached to someone's neck, Roman stopped it and said, "You want me for the championship? I want to do it at Elimination Chamber in your home country of Montreal, Quebec, so I can embarrass you in front of your fans, family, and friends." And so that match is going to be official. And while everyone is going to be rooting for Sami Zayn, that place is going to be loud for Sammy. Unfortunately, you got to put your money on Roman Reigns because they're going to book it for Roman to win so that Roman and Cody can happen at WrestleMania. Although I wish Cody and Roman would be night one and Roman versus The Rock would be night two, but Rock has other things in mind, obviously. So, darn it, we're not going to get Rock versus Roman. Why? See, this is why you can't get your hopes up. But nonetheless, I think Roman versus Cody will still be great, along with some other things. We never know what's going to happen, but we got to keep looking. Also, Again, I stress best part of the night, Sami Zayn. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of what you think about tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown. I'm your host, Dan Cody. And that's all the time I have for you today. And I'll be back with another review on all things wrestling. Thank you guys for joining. See you later.